Welcome everyone. Good evening. Okay, is my screen visible and am I audible?
Yeah,
Okay, okay then. So we understood the certificates in the last class. Okay, so today we are going to understand the SSL handshakes and like inspection method. How does a firewall look into the packets? Okay, so let me okay. So let me start with SSL handshake. I think it's okay. Okay, SSL handshake. I believe most of you might be knowing that. So, can anyone tell me any protocol which uses SSL handshake? Any SSL based protocol?
I'm not sure, but TCP. No, I'm not 100% sure.
Most commonly, see any protocol. Okay, say simple. See here, you write SMTP, FTP, right? POP, 3. Remember, do you know all these protocols? HTTP, SMTP is for email, FTP is for file transfer, POP3 is also.
Yes.
Remember, right?
Yes.
FTP is for accessing for the telnet, right? Now you just start putting HTTPS, SMTPS, FTPS, POP3S, TFTPS. For example, IMAP. Okay, so the word letter S, that is what the SSL stands for. Secure. Okay. So HTTP, like let's say for an example, a hypertext transfer protocol secure. So S stands for secure. Okay. Now why? What is the difference between HTTPS and HTTP? What is the difference? The difference is all about this letter S. Okay, which means secure. Now, how it is claiming that it's a secure, and why I should be using this? See, first of all, if it's an HTTP traffic, okay, that means it's a plain text traffic. Now, what is plain text? Plain text means anyone can see and understand what you are talking, what you are sending. Okay, anyone can. That's why almost all of the websites has now moved from HTTP to HTTPS. Even if you try to access some of the website on HTTP, they will still be redirecting itself to HTTPS. Okay, there are very, very few, or I think some internal websites only that has been hosted on HTTP. All have moved to HTTPS. Why? Just because of that security. Now imagine the banking websites, and I have opened that banking website, and that banking website is using HTTP protocol. Now HTTP protocol uses the messages like get and post in order to get you the web pages. That is the type of messages that they use: get, post, put, update. Okay, those are the types of messages that the HTTP protocol uses. So imagine if I have to do a net banking and the bank is giving me an HTTP website. Is it safe for me to enter username and password? No. Why? Because when I will enter that, those messages which is sent from my browser towards the bank web server, those are sent in a plain text. That means anyone sitting on the internet, he can see what I am sending. He can easily know what's my username and password. Okay? This is why it's not a safe method to access a browser in today's world, because you cannot rely on a plain text information. So I have to get a mean or a certain way in order to send my data or information in a secure manner. That means only the interesting parties who are involved into it, so only these parties should be aware what they are talking. Anyone who is here, he should have no idea about that. No one should be able to see what did the client send and what did the server receive, or what did the server send and what did the client receive. They should not have any idea, anyone in between, except from them. That is what I want. And if you give me that, then only I will assume that transferring my money is safe over the internet. Else I may do some physical legworks and like walk into the nearby bank branches. Okay? So the data is money, okay? Nowadays, data is money. So how does how does it claim that, hey, I am going to secure your data and no one is going to know that? It's all about this SSL handshake. Before the data is actually exchanged, the SSL handshake is performed. And what is the reason that the SSL handshake is performed? It is in order to establish or confirm the identity. It's all about identity. I told you. Security is all about confirming the identity. Am I talking to the right person? That's what all about the security is. So they will perform the SSL handshake because no one knows anyone. The bank server do not know me, and neither I know that am I really talking to a bank server. Right? So we both have to prove that we have to confirm our identity. Now, When it's a question of an identity, the onus of identity proof always lies with server. It's the server who has to prove his identity that, hey, I am the person that I am saying so. You want to access Google? I am Google. You want to access YouTube? I am YouTube. Now it's the responsibility of the YouTube to prove that he is YouTube. It's not the responsibility of the client who is requesting for the YouTube services. No, never. It's the onus always lies on the responder. Okay, that is server. Okay, but in a certain case, there may be that the client has also to prove his identity. The onus may lie with the client as well in order to prove its identity. What is such case? I think you might all already, you people would be using that such a case, or you might have heard that. That is one of the most common cases, SSL VPN. So in SSL VPN, the client might also have to prove. Okay, you might see that your company would be giving you certificates. Your device will be installed with the certificates. Then only you will be able to access your corporate applications like your emails, chats, and whatsoever the platform that they give. So the client also have to confirm their identity. But mostly out of 10, 8 times, the onus to prove the identity is always with the server. Okay, so I'm calling this as client and this is the server. Okay, you call it initiator and responder, you call it client and server, it's up to you. It's all the same. That's why I'm using both the words. Okay, whatever fits the concept with your understanding, choose that, not an issue. Okay, but the point that I'm trying to make is whosoever initiates the session or whosoever sends the first packet, the onus to prove the identity do not lies onto that system. Always it's the responsibility of the responder who is going to respond to that first message. You call him a server, you call him a responder, it's up to you, but he has to prove his identity. There is no exception into it. Okay? Now, coming to the SSL handshake. So how do the SSL handshake work actually? How do they establish the trust? So, can anyone tell me one thing here? Okay, come on, man. Okay. Okay, fine. So, okay, so with reference to OSI model, from layer 7 to layer 1 and layer 4 here, right? What is that layer 4?
Transport layer, sir.
Transport layer, okay. And what are the major protocols that you use at the transport layer?
TCP and UDP, sir.
TCP and UDP, okay. Okay, so an example of layer 7 protocol?
STTP, STTPS.
Okay, STTP, STTPS. Okay, fine. Now, what does the STTP use at layer 4?
For carry data.
I'm saying, what does the HTTP use at layer 4?
TCP.
TCP, correct. And what does the HTTPS use at layer 4? At layer 4, what does it use?
I think same TCP.
TCP, okay, fine. See, the point I'm trying to make here is always know, okay, at layer 4, whether or UDP will be used is always decided by layer 7 protocol. Okay, which
Okay.
protocol at layer 4 will be used is always decided by layer 7 protocol. Okay, for an example, take as DNS, TCP or UDP, both. It can take both, right? UDP or TCP as per RFC, that's a different question. I think have I discussed the scenario with you guys for DNS? Have I discussed that? That when does a DNS uses TCP and UDP? Yes or no, something? If not, I can really give you a very good situation to onto that. Okay, fine, leave it. Okay, so whatever the protocol at layer 7 is, that is what decides what will be used at layer 4. So here, for an example, any protocol which performs physical handshake, okay, anything that starts with TCP, that they will always use TCP, okay. Almost everything. I have not seen any protocol, I do not remember any of that protocol which uses UDP and is performing the SSL handshake. I'm not aware of any such protocol. So if anyone is aware, let me know. Okay. So see, whenever someone says that, hey, can you explain me SSL handshake from the first packet? Always say that first three-way handshake will be performed. Okay, three-way handshake has to be performed because if a protocol is using TCP, if any protocol who is reliable or who is using TCP, there is a three-way handshake. The first packet is always send packet. Clear? Clear? Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So I will ignore that three-way handshake, okay? Just letting you know that the first packet is always sent. So three-way handshake will be performed first, okay? And henceforth, the SSL handshakes start, okay? So see, how does an SSL handshake start and like, what are the messages? How do they ensure that we are talking in a secure manner and no one else in between can hear our conversations, okay? So how do they ensure that? See, I will take an example like there's a PC, okay, just give a moment, I have to reduce. Okay, let's take that there is a PC, okay, and over the internet, and there is a server. That server can be anything. You assume it Google or whatsoever you want, any server there is. Now, after the three-way handshake, the first message that the client will send, okay, I'm calling the PC as client, okay. Now, it will send is called client hello. Client hello message. In this message, the important notable things that you should remember is that the client hello contains the list of ciphers Okay, it will contain the cipher suits. It is nothing but the list of ciphers, that what kind of algorithm for the encryption hashing does it support. There are multiple cipher algorithms, okay, like AES128 SHA-1, AES256 SHA-2. So these are encryption and hashing algorithms. Okay, so it will contain all the list of that. Now you can think as if this. Let's say, for example, I say that, hey, I can talk in English as well as Telugu. Now, if the other side, or if the other person who I'm talking to, he do not understand neither English nor Telugu. So will I be able to talk to him? Will my words make sense? He will be blank, right? Because he do not know any of that language. So there cannot be any conversation in the first place. So I have given him two options that, hey, I am okay with English or Telugu. Maybe the others, friend of mine or like colleague of mine, he will say that, hey, I am not good in Telugu. I do not understand a word of it, but I can talk in English. So that means we agreed on a mutual language, but okay, fine. I also understand English, you also understand English, right? So that means we can talk. The same thing is here as well with this cipher suit. There are multiple list of encryption and hashing algorithms and all. So it's not that I will start using a certain algorithm for encrypting and the server will start some different encryption language. No, they should come to a term. Okay, so the client is saying that, hey, I can speak or I can understand or I can do all these ciphers, okay, encryptions, algorithm, hashing algorithms. I can support all this. Okay, whatever you want me to support, choose that. So that's why client hello contains cipher suit. Second, it also contains what version of the SSL it is supporting. There are SSL version 1, 3, TLS 1.1, TLS 1.2, TLS 1.3. Now you might be thinking that, hey, I am talking with SSL now, what's this word TLS? Do not get confused. TLS is the same thing as the SSL, no difference. Okay. If someone says TLS handshake, this is the same thing that we are talking about. SSL handshake, same thing we are talking about. Okay, so nothing. Now, so it will contain version, that which version of the SSL or TLS that it is supporting. Third, it will contain server name. Okay, or we call it as SNI. If I'm correct, it's server name identifier, the full form of this, SNI. Now, what is SNI? What is the significance of SNI? Now, just think that if someone rings my doorbell, okay, and he says that, hey, I am here to meet silence. I'm here to meet whom? Because in my home there are five people. Who do you want to meet? You have to give a name, right? That a single house may host 5 or more than 5 people. Who do you want to meet? You should name that person, right? The same way, a single server may be hosting multiple websites. He may be hosting Google, he may be hosting YouTube, he may be hosting Gmail. So the client is looking for what? Do you want Google page? Do you want YouTube? Do you want Gmail? What do you want? So the client will say that, hey, I am looking for google.com. right? So when you open your browser and when you type google.com and press enter, this is what your browser sends. The client hello message, right? It says that, hey, I support these ciphers. This is the version that I'm working on and I am looking for google.com. So that field is called SNI, server name identifier, if I'm not wrong. Okay, so anyhow, we are going to see the packets there. I will show you. Okay, so that is what it is. So remember these three important things. You should not forget that. Okay, remember this. See, this is very, very important if you really want to understand UTM features. If you know SSL handshake, UTMs are nothing. It's like a child play. So just have your focus on the SSL handshake. Understand all the fields that I'm talking to. I will not talk anything extra, only the things that is really meant to understand. Okay, so I will like keep as to the point as like it's possible. So please have your focus. And if you have any doubts and concerns, stop me there, ask me your question 100 times. But have this SSL handshake clear in your thoughts. Okay, absolutely clear. Now, so once this client hello is sent, okay, the client hello message is sent, then your server will then receive this packet and that web server will say, okay, fine, you are supporting version 2.0, okay. You have sent me list of all these cipher suits, okay. And okay, you are looking for a certain web page that whatever the SNI contains, okay, that we will take this example as google.com. So, okay, you want google.com, fine. So now the server will respond. Now server is replying. Now server will say, hey, he will also send server hello. Right? It's a good courtesy. When someone says hello, we respond as an hello, right? Hey, hi, hi. That's the same thing, okay? Courtesy. Now this server hello message contains that what version he is supporting. Okay, it will be the same. Okay, what is the chosen cipher? See, there is one more S, so forbid my spellings and all. But chosen ciphers. Okay, I'm writing chosen ciphers. Chosen ciphers means whatever the client sent from that list, the server has chosen one of that cipher. That okay, fine, we will talk with this. Okay, he has chosen the encryption and all that. Okay, fine, we will talk with this. So he has given the chosen ciphers. Along with the server hello, since you asked for google.com, right? The client asked for google.com. So what I mentioned, it's always the responsibility of the server to prove his identity. So he will send server certificate, which will also contain the server public key. That certificate contains the public key. If you guys remember the last class, I showed you that. Right? Public key is the key that has to be shared, not the private key. Right? And it will say server hello done. What is this SSD message? Server hello done. Server hello done means that I am complete with the first response. That is what it is saying. It do not contain any data or information. It is simply a payload which says that the response is completed from the server side. Okay. So the first payload which you see is server hello, that contains the version and the chosen cipher. Server certificate, which carries along the server public key, that will be sent as well in the first message only. Okay, because that's the certificate which will prove or confirm the identity of the Google, right? It's all about identity confirmation, that am I really talking to Google, or is there someone else who is posing as Google, right? So who will confirm the identity? Show me your documents. Certificate. So server is sending you the server certificate of the Google, okay? And at last, server hello done payload. This says my response is completed. So this message is sent to the client side. Clear? Clear? This is the second message. Fine? Clear up to this point? Give me yes, no, not anything.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Third, once the client receives this response from the server, client will do what is, client will see in the server hello, and okay, fine. This is the version that you are supporting. I am also supporting the same version. Good. You have chosen this cipher. Okay, yes. Fine. So we come to a conclusion what kind of encryption and algorithm method we are going to use. Okay, fine. Well and good. So you have sent me a server certificate. So now the client is going to verify that certificate. How does the verification goes? Checking the trust of chains, checking the date and time, expiry dates, checking whether it is part of serial list or not, checking SAN, right? In certificate, what is the field that will confirm that if you are looking for Google, have you got the Google certificate? What is that field? Subject and subject alternative name. Remember SN and SAN? I think no. Actually, since you guys are not responding, so I'm not getting that whether you are really following my points or not. But again, I'm saying if you do not understand SSL handshake, it will be very, very difficult for you people to get the UTM, man. Okay, if you understand the SSL handshake, UTM is nothing, nothing at all. Believe me. See, subject and subject alternative name, SAN. Remember? Okay, fine. I will assume everyone is getting that point. Okay, so the client will then check the list that, okay, fine, this certificate is validated. It will verify the certificates and all, okay. And it has also got the server public key, right? So it can recalculate the hash of that certificate and like match it to confirm that, okay, the certificate has been issued by the same CA, what he's claiming to. So everything is done, right? And server hello done is saying that, okay, fine, this response is completed. So client is happy, server is good, certificates are good, so it's happy. Now, once the certificate verification is completed, then the client will generate PMSC key. Okay, I'm saying it will generate PMSC key. What does PMSC key means? PMSC key means pre-master secret key. Who generates PMSC key? Client. Always client will generate the PMSC key. And he will send that PMSC key to the server. Now, server has got that PMSC key, right? Now see what happens. If, let's say, look at the client side. Client knows what is the chosen cipher. How does the client knows about that? What is the chosen cipher? Because the server has sent him, right? The client also knows what is the server public key. How? Because the server himself sent him that, correct? And the client, since he himself has generated the pre-master secret key, So client also knows about pre-master secret key, right? Similarly, at the server side also, server knows about his own, that what he has chosen the ciphers. So he also knows about what the cipher has been chosen. He also knows about his own public key, and he also knows about PMSC key because that has been shared to him by the client. Yes or no? And since both the parties have the same ingredients, so whatever they will come up with will be same. Let me put you an example. For an example, I have a glass of water, 2 spoons of sugar and 1 lemon. I have that. So I made a lemonade. You also have a glass of water, 2 spoons of sugar and a lemon. What you will come up with? Lemonade? Yes or no?
Yes.
Because we have the same ingredients. If we have same ingredients, of course, what you have made, I will come up with the same thing. This is how, okay? They will, now what happens is, a certain algorithm is run. I'm not going into all those processes and all, what is run and all, but they will execute an algorithm including these ingredients, and the client will come up with a master secret key. Similarly, server at his side also will run an algorithm on these 3 ingredients, using these 3 ingredients, and server will also come up with his own master secret key. MSC, I'm writing, okay? MSC stands for master secret key. Now, master secret key is never shared. Okay? Master secret key is never shared. But they are what are they? They are symmetrical. Right? They will be same. That's we call as symmetrical keys. They are symmetrical keys or not? Okay, I'm assuming everyone is getting what I'm saying. Okay, fine. So see, master secret key they both came up with, and they are symmetrical. They are same. Okay, they are exactly same keys. That is what I'm saying. And please note, master secret key is never shared. Master secret key is never shared. Okay. Now, if it is not shared, so what will you do is, okay, now the fourth one, what they will do is, client has come up with a master secret key, but the client wants to know that has the server also got the same key? What he will do? He will send some application data, some sort of a junk data you can say, and encrypt it. He will encrypt that data using what? Master secret key. He will encrypt this some junk data with his master secret key what he has generated, and he will send this to the server. And if the server has the same master secret key, then the server can easily decrypt this message. Yes or no? He can decrypt the message what he has received from the client.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and hence the server would know that, okay, fine, the client has sent me, I have got the client information, right? So in the same way, server will also the application data from his side. Okay, he will also encrypt the application data using his master secret key, and he will send this to the client. And if the client has the same key, he can also decrypt this information. Yes or no?
Yes.
And since both the ends can decrypt each other's information, hence they are now sure that we have got the same master key, and hence the exchange of data henceforth starts. And that is where the actual exchange of data is started from here itself. Clear?
Yes. So Rohan, what about the server public key?
What about the server public key? I'm not getting
Means,
that.
means master key is used for encryption and decryption, right?
So server public key is one of the ingredient that is used to generate the master secret key.
Okay. So keys always remain same and they change.
Which key?
Like master key and the server public key.
For a single sector, master secret key is same. It will not change.
Okay.
Okay. So do you understand this process?
Yes.
This is what the SSL handshake is. Now again, to summarize it, I'm again repeating one more time. First, the client will send the client hello, which will contain the cipher suite, which contains the list of all the supported encryption and hashing algorithms, supported version, and what he is trying to look for as an I. Okay, google.com, youtube.com, whatever he is looking for. Server will then respond with server hello, where he will send what the cipher that he has chosen and what the SSL version that he is supporting. Along with the server hello, he will also send the server certificate, which will also contain a public key. If you guys remember, I will again show you so that you should not be forgetting that. Okay, I will keep on repeating it for a week, okay, if I have to, but I don't want you guys to lose that. Okay, do not lose this SSL handshake, man.
But Rohan, who will provide us the certificate?
Server, who's giving you the certificate?
So we need to generate the like some authorities like CA also provide the certificate.
Why? So I have access to the did I generate CA? I have access to Google.com. Did I generate CA?
But there are so many I think agencies that provide us
So
the
it's just like
certificate.
server, they will get the certificate. What I have to worry for?
Okay.
I'm accessing, right?
Yeah.
So fine. So I access
So,
google.com.
so we need to share some information with that agencies about our server.
Okay, fine. I'm okay.
If we hosted one web server, right? So we want to create square socket, right? In that case, we need to share our web server information to that agencies.
No, why you will share
So
your web server information?
so how we can get the certificate, secure
Hey,
certificate?
were you in our last class that held on Saturday?
Actually, I skipped that class.
Okay, no worries. I think there is a recorded videos onto that. We have discussed 3 hours onto. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You create a CSL and then you submit it to the CA. CA will sign it. Okay, and then you get a certificate.
Okay.
So refer to my Saturday class. Okay, you will like get to know.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So see here, google.com certificate here, public key. See here, the certificate contains the public key. Okay, that is what I was saying here as well. So I'm just reminding you what I just showed in Saturday on Saturday. Whosoever have reviewed the videos or like attended the class, I think you might be getting this. Clear?
Sir, I have one doubt. Actually, I have a doubt in the part of certificate. How many types of certificates are used
Are used where?
in URL or other three? Actually, I want to know the types of certificate.
See, let me be as simple as possible here. Okay, see, they will list, you will find a lot of things with reference to certificates, types of statistics, types, EVSSL, OVSSL, and DVSSL, whatsoever they will mention, right? See,
Can we say that SSL is also type of a certificate, or SSL is another thing?
no, SSL stands for secure,
Okay, clear.
okay? SSL uses certificate to establish the identity trust, okay?
Okay.
SSL is not a certificate. Now the point, now someone asked how many types of certificates are there, what are types of certificates? See, like I mentioned, I am a simple guy, okay? I keep my mind simple. For me, there's a client certificate, server certificate, and CS certificate. Only three types of certificates. You give me any certificate, I will, either that is meant for client, either that is meant for server, or it is a CA. That CA can be an ICA, that can be a root CA, whatever you call it. For me, it's a CA. Okay, client certificate, server certificate, CS certificate. That's it. Whatever I told you with reference to server, it's like certificates on like Saturday. Okay, keep to that basics. Believe me, I have worked on a lot of cases of certificates. There is nothing more at all. Okay, now with reference to your theories and all, you can just go with types of certificates and all those types of certificates that you want. Okay, that is fine, but this is all a Google based answers. Okay, I really have not made use of any of these, but it's a welcome move. Okay, if you want to learn, it's always good to know things. Okay, you can go with that. Okay, there are a lot of certificates, many. Okay, there is also one called wildcard certificate. Okay, so wildcard certificate is what? Any certificate which contains an asterisk in its domain name. That's a wildcard. See here, asterisk.google.com. So it's a wildcard certificate. That's it. So I don't get carried away with the fancy words, man. Okay, you just give me. For me, it's a certificate. It's a client, it's like server certificate, Google certificate. That's it. Okay. You may call it wildcard, you may call it OVCB, whatever. I keep it simple. Same. Now I want you guys, you have seen this as SSL handshake right now. Before I show you the packet captures, okay, I will go through it one more time, and I want you guys to think as a security point of view. Okay, now see here. First, client hello message, which is sending the cybersuit versions and SNI. Response is with reference to server hello, server certificate, which contains the public key as well. Okay, and server hello done, which confirms that the response from the server side is complete. Then the client verifies the information that has been received from the server. Okay, that is verification of the certificates and all. And if the certificate is verified successfully, then the client generates the pre-master secret key and it sends it to the server. Now, the client has the cipher that has been chosen. It also has the server public key because it was sent with the server certificate, and it also has the PMSC key because he himself has generated that. Similarly, server also knows what the cipher has been chosen because he himself chose that. He also knows about his own server public key of that specific website, and he has received the PMSC key. Since both the parties have the same ingredients, so they come up with the same master secret key, that is MSC key. Okay, since they are same, that's why I'm calling it as symmetrical keys. Okay, but master secret keys are never ever shared. Okay, why? Because till now, whatever the communication is happening is in plain text. So if I send the master secret key and anyone on the internet sees that, so there is no point of encrypting the data using the same key and sending it over, right? If you have sent your key, if everyone has a copy of your home key, what's the point of locking your home door, right? So you always keep your keys confidential, right? So MSC key is never shared. Now, since they are not shared, hence the client and server both have to confirm whether they have come up with the same key or not. So what they will do, the client will encrypt a certain data and it will send it to the server. If the server is successfully able to decrypt, he will send an ACK message that, hey, I have got your data. Similarly, server will also encrypt his own data, some application data, and he will send it to the client. And if client has decrypted it successfully, then client will also send an ACK packet. It's a TCP, right? So an ACK will be there. So it will send an ACK message and it is done. So now, if since both the parties can read each other information, hence they know that we both have the same master key. And henceforth, all the data that is exchanged is in encrypted format. Okay, so there is no plain text communication now. The plain text communication only happened till this point. Nothing somewhere else. Okay. Now, clear with this SSL handshake process?
Yes.
Okay. Now, does anyone in this class see any issue in the process that I explained? I need someone to ask me the right question because no one has asked me yet. There is one righteous question that you should be asking. We are learning security. And this entire process, is anything bugging your mind?
I have one doubt. Like, I want to check like how the client is creating that the PMS key. Like, what kind of process they are doing?
They have an internal algorithm. Okay, they like run it on a cipher suit that has been chosen.
Okay. So it's inbuilt in system or in client machine or what kind of technology? Like,
No, it's like protocol behavior, man. It's an SSL.
okay.
So it's an RFC, a standard protocol that knowledge. Like it will always come up with a master secret key which is unique.
Okay.
So they have mods and modules of an such an formula.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
So all seems fine.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah. Tell me. Sorry, Abhishek. There is a lot of noise.
Sorry.
There's a lot of noise, man. I'm not getting anything. I think you are traveling somewhere.
Yes. I'm asking what is the which cipher?
What is the meaning of cipher?
What is the cipher? No. What is the weak cipher?
What is a weak cipher?
Yes.
Okay, weak cipher is a certain algorithm which can be easily cracked. It's like it's older ciphers, okay, that has lot of vulnerabilities and it do not generate or like create the keys. Really shouting. There's a lot of noise.
Yes. I get it.
Okay.
One more question from my end. So as you said, like when the client and the server are like they are not sharing their MSC key, because you said like if someone is sitting on the internet and for example the hacker, they can check what the MSC key is transferring. So
Yes.
is the same like when they're sharing that a cipher suite and version and SNI or like a pre-mastered security key, is there the same security issue, like because it's a plain text? For example, they are sharing the pre-master secret key, and if someone is sitting on the internet and they can get the pre-master secret key, what happens? Can they compromise the system or not?
Do you think that they can?
I'm not sure. Like they can't, but
They can. Why?
they can, yeah.
Yeah, that's the risk. And when I was running the SSL at the first time, that is what bugged me. See, what is bugging me is now, what bugged me in this process is security. It's like SSL in the first place came because of security, right? I want secure mode of communication. That's why there is an SSL. So if you're not meeting secure point of view, if you're not giving me security, why I will use you, right? See, the first thing that bugged my mind is client hello message is plain text. Anyone can see it, that what the client is sending. Server hello is also in plain text. Server certificate is also in plain text. Yes or no?
Yes.
So anyone can see what the server has chosen the ciphers, right?
Yes.
And so does anyone can see what is the public key of the certificate, like I am seeing for the Google. I saw it for Google, right?
Yes.
See, I can see it. Anyone can see it. Correct? Right?
Yes.
Now, pre-master secret key is also there. Now, if pre-master secret key is also sent in the plain text, that means I can also see PMSC key what the client is sending. Correct?
Yep.
So I can also calculate, because SSL is something which is not hidden for anyone, right? So in my system also I have an SSL. So I also got the same things, right? You also have the same glass of water, same 2 spoons of sugars and a lemon, right? So I can also make lemonade. Why only you will come up with a lemonade, right?
Yep.
So if the ingredients can be known to all, what is the purpose of this master secret key? Why you are calling it a master secret key? Call it a master public key, right?
Yes.
Think now. If your lock key structure is known to everyone, what's the point of having the key in the first place? Right?
Yes, right.
That's the security question. That means something is wrong here. Something I'm missing. And I missed that intentionally because I wanted to know how you're thinking. And thank you for bringing that up. See, when the PMSC, see, you cannot control client hello or server hello. No one can control. Okay. So they are in the plain text. Okay. So first 2 messages are fine. The trick is in the third message. There is one more use of this public key, server public key. What happens is, whenever the client generates the pre-master secret key, this pre-master secret key is not sent in plain text. Rather, it is encrypted or encapsulated using the server public key, right? Now, if you remember, I told you that each certificate has 2 key pairs. Sorry, a key pair which contains 2 keys, right? One is private and one is public, right? Remember? So whatever has been done using the public key can only be understood by its same key pair, private key, right? Yes or no? Gone. Remember, guys? Oh my God. Okay. So that means everyone enjoyed the weekend at their best, right? No one reviewed it. Okay, fine. See, remember when I said that each certificate has a two key pairs. One is public key and one is private key.
Yeah.
And they are asymmetrical key. Asymmetrical key pair. Okay, pair is the word. Asymmetrical key. That means they are not same. Okay, but it's a pair. That means whatever you do using the public key, that can be understood by using private key. So if I encrypt something using public key, that can be decrypted by the private key. Correct? Correct.
Yes.
And whatever you do with the private key, that can be understood by the public key. Right? I told you that. And what I told you, that public key is always shared, whereas private key is never shared. Correct?
Sure.
Remember, that's why we call it private in first place. It's private. Okay? So what I'm saying, in the PMSC key where I was, I'm saying that the PMSC key that is generated by the client is actually encapsulated using the server public key and is then sent to the server. Now, if someone on the internet tries to capture that, he cannot make a sense out of that. Why? Because he do not have the server private key. Who has the server private key? Server only, right? Right?
Yes.
So that's why the person with a big smile who is sitting here somewhere on the internet, he may get what the cipher that we have chosen. Okay? He may get public key, but he will never get PMSC key. So since he may have water and lemon, but he will never have the sugar, so he cannot make a lemonade like ours, right? So that's how the security is ensured. Okay? Clear?
Oh, yes.
So this is how the SSL handshake, actually this is the complete SSL handshake. Okay? Clear? Fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fine then. See, I took 1 hour to just explain the SSL handshake. There are 5-minute videos for this. Okay, fine. Because this is very important, man. Okay, you cannot lose this. Okay, see here. Now, since you know the SSL handshake now my 80% work is done with reference to securities. Now, the FortiGate firewall, or for that matter, any firewall who claims to be an NGFW firewall, by definition, a firewall is said to be an NGFW firewall if it supports IPS. Okay, but here when I'm saying NGFW, I'm not including the IPS only, but I'm including all the other UTM features, whether it is DNS filter, web filter, application control, antiviruses, DLP, okay, whatever you call it. Everyone is using this. Okay. Now, what are they looking at? How it is helping the firewall to look into the packets and all? We will come to that. Okay. Now, see, with reference to this process, now, okay, first let me show you the packet capture so that That will start making much more sense what you just learned in the theory. Okay, let me show you that. SSL Handshake. So whatever I've told you, I'm proving you it. Okay, see here. Three-way handshake, first three messages. Okay, always know three-way handshake. Here, that is always performed. Wherever there is TCP, the first packet is going to be sent. Okay. Now, three-way handshake is done. Now here our SSL handshake is passed. See the first message. Okay, let me move all this. Client hello. Okay, say.
Yes.
What is that? TLS, okay, transport layer security, that is SSL, okay? You call it TLS, you call it SSL, that's fine. See here, client hello. I believe everyone is able to see my cursor where I'm moving.
Yes.
Okay, so client hello here, okay? Now see, handshake protocol, client hello, open this. Version 1.2, right?
Yes.
Now, see the cipher suits. Do you see 21 suits? See the list of, okay, he's saying I can understand English, Telugu, English, French, Italian, whatsoever languages, okay? Think it in that way. He's saying that I can understand all this. Your client is saying, your browser is saying that, okay? So see, TLS, RSA with AES, AES is an encryption algorithm, okay? So these are hashings and all those SHA-256 hashing. Okay, so all these, there is a combination of an algorithm. These combinations vary based upon the versions. Higher the version you have, the more stronger cipher you will be possessing. Okay, so that's why you will see that TLS 1.0 is now no more used. No one uses TLS 1.0. Everyone is now on 1.2 and henceforth. Okay, now. So see, it is giving list of cipher suits, 21 cipher suits. And most important here, somebody will find server name. See here, SNI, server name indication. Okay, I always forget the full format. Okay, server name indication. Here you see it is giving what he is trying to access. He was trying to access 10.0.1.69. Okay, that is what he is trying to access. If we will take the capture for google.com, you will see Google. Okay, so that is the SNI. Fine, client hello is there. Now you are getting an ACK because TCP, for every message there is an acknowledgement. That's why you are getting ACK. That okay, fine, I have got the client hello. The server is saying, hey, I have got you, client hello. Now server is responding with what? Server hello certificate and server hello done, right? Here, TLS. Now I am going to show you all these payloads. See, server hello, first payload, server hello. In the server hello, you will see what is the cipher that the server has chosen. Out of that 21, he chose one of that. You see, server is only sending one.
Yes.
Okay, and he's also saying that I am also supporting TLS 1.2. So does your client was supporting, if you remember, your client was also supporting the same 1.2, right? So your server is also supporting 1.2. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, now certificates. See here, it is sending the certificate. Now if you open the certificate, see here the certificates. See, you can see all the information here. What is the serial number of the certificate? What is the signature? Who has issued it? Okay. See all the information of the certificate. Clear?
Yes.
Yes. Expiry date is also there.
Everything will be there, man. Everything. Okay, issuer, signatures. See here, this is the public key. See here, validity date, expiry date, what you asked for. Not after, not before.
Yes.
Got it? In short, whatever you are seeing here now, whatever you see the certificate here, these all informations are listed here. Okay?
Okay.
That's how the packet is built. Okay, I'm showing you the packet capture. Now see here the public key as well. Public key, right? Do you see this? Public key.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the server certificate that they will verify. Once the server certificate is verified, then there is a last payload, server hello done. Right? See, in server hello done, there is no information. Only it's a server hello done. See, the length is 0. There is no data. Okay? It's
Yes.
just a notification telling that this hello is done. Clear?
Yes.
Client
Yes.
is sending, okay, I got it, ACK. Client is sending ACK, okay, hey, I got your message. Now client will verify the certificates, everything, aspects of that. If the certificate is good and trusted and is for what he requested for, then, okay, then the client will send what? PMSC key, see client key exchange. Okay, in Wireshark you will see it as client key exchange. Now see here, you cannot read the messages, encrypted handshake message, right? You see this? See this?
Yes.
That's the PMSC. Okay, it is sending. Clear?
Yes.
Server is saying, I have got it. I got your PMSC key. Now, they will both, client and server, they both will calculate their own master secret key, right? And after once they have calculated, now see, the client is sending application data. See here, application data. And what do you see? Encryption application data. This is the encrypted. Can you make a sense of this? What is what? No. So he has encrypted it using master secret key. And in response of that, the server will send an ACK and something to it. Okay. Similarly, okay, this is an halfback. Okay, they ended the session, man. Okay. So let me take a different one. You will see it there. Okay. Come on, move it. See application data here. Encrypted. See the sender source 0.62. Now, who is sending 1.187? That is the server. The server is also now sending the encrypted data of the application data, right? They both will get an ACK. Clear?
Yes.
So what I told you, that stands true.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And this is how you have to also see into the packets. See, whenever you are stuck at a point and you are not, and your mind is saying that, hey, I'm not able to make a sense out of that, so not worry, just do one thing, okay? That is what I do. That is a longer method, but it really helps. Open the packet and keep at a steering on each phase. Okay, expand everything one by one and keep on seeing these. You believe me, maybe not in first 10 minutes, but after that, these packets will start making sense. Okay, and you will learn a lot. Okay, so just verify whatever you learn, verify that with the packet capture. Now, see, so this is all about the SSL handshake. Now, in terms of packet processing, when it comes to packet process, okay, the firewall, since the data are encrypted, okay, now just think, I'm just opening a new whiteboard now. Just assume, I'll do that part only, okay? Come on, man. Say here. You have a PC. Oh, come on. You have a PC here. You had the server. Now, the master secret key is between them, right? Correct?
Yes.
Okay. Now you have a PC. Now I am putting a firewall. You take a firewall, you take a router, whatever you want. And when I'm saying firewall, since I'm learning FortiGate firewall, so that's why I'm writing FortiGate firewall. You can take any firewall. Okay. So this statement that I'm going to make is generalized point of view for irrespective of the product. Internet, and there is a server. Okay. Now, still, this PC wants to access google.com. Now what will happen? The master secret key will be between these two. No one else can have it, right? Correct?
Yes.
Why no one can else have it? Because the firewall can see what? The firewall can see what will happen. PC will send client hello. Firewall can see that because it's a plain text, right?
Yes.
Firewall can see that. Okay, fine. So you saw the client hello. Okay, fine. You send it out. Server is responding with the server hello, server certificate, and server hello done, right? Now when the server is responding, firewall can still see that. So firewall has to make a note that, okay, hey, I now know what is the cipher that they are using. I also know what is the server public key. Okay, fine. Server knows that. Now PC generating the PMSC key, correct? And he is encapsulating it with the server public key, correct? Now,
Yes.
can the firewall read that?
No,
No. Why?
because the firewall doesn't have the key, server public key.
Server private key.
Oh, sorry, server private key.
Yeah, it has the server public key, man. Okay, but it do not have the server private key. Hence, he cannot make a sense out of that. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So the firewall is missing one point. And since
Yes.
the firewall do not have the PMSC key, hence if the PC come up with a master secret key and so does the server, and they start sending the data in the encrypted format, will the firewall will able to read those encrypted data?
No.
No. Why? Because the firewall will never have the master secret key. Correct?
Yes. Correct.
So that means your firewall can only see up to how much? He can see to this message, right? First two message only. He cannot see henceforth. Yes or no?
Yes.
So what if, is it the case that the attackers or any hackers or any malicious kind of a traffic that will only come when I will initiate a session? No. For example, let's say you accessed a website. So the SSL handshake is performed, right? Now, if you try to download something, that download will be in encrypted format. Yes or no? Anything after SSL handshake is in encrypted data communication, right?
Yes.
If you try to download something, that means the firewall cannot see that. You may be downloading a malware into your system, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Or maybe some person is trying to send you some fabricated packet, some sort of you are under an attack, some kind of an attack onto your networks and all. And since those packets are encrypted using the master secret key, as the firewall is clueless, he is thinking that he is doing a good job, but he is not. Yes or no?
Yes.
So you will throw out the firewall. What's the point of having that firewall then? See, this is why. Now, the firewall needs visibility till the depth. And that depth goes as depth that the depth can go. if there is an encrypted message going on, if there is an encrypted communication going on, no matter how long that session is active or how long or how many number of packets that have been exchanged between the client and server and so on, to and fro, that doesn't matter. The firewall should see all. That is what I want. Unless the firewall do not do that, the firewall cannot do its job because it does not know what is going inside the packet. It can only look into the headers, right? Yes or no? See now, see it.
Yes.
Till now, see the application data is sent, right? So what the firewall can see, what we are seeing, right? So he can see the layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, layer 4 informations, right? But can he see what is the data going on? He can only see the headers. But what is inside this? Is there some malware hidden into it? Is there some viruses? Is it some kind of an fabricated thing which once it is received may install itself, or I will be some sort of when my system is compromised, resulting in some vulnerabilities and all? It can be anything, right? It's a scary part. So that's why your firewall should need the complete visibility. That is where the term inspection. Okay, inspection. So what is inspection? Inspection means I want to check. I want to inspect your work or your sheet, right? Inspection.
Rohan, I have,
Tell
hello.
me. Yeah, tell me.
SSL VPN is also working the similar way?
Yes. Exactly. Wherever there is an SSL, it's the same. Handshake, SSL handshake. Okay.
Okay, okay. So certificate, the client will get the certificate from if we configure the SSL VPN on FortiGate, right?
So
In that case,
FortiGate will give you the certificate.
okay, okay,
Okay. He has,
okay,
okay, I told you. See, the rule doesn't change for anyone. Okay.
okay,
Whoever is going to respond to the first message, the onus is on that responder to prove his identity. Okay, it's as simple as that.
okay, okay. Thank you.
Anything. Okay, now see here. So inspection, the firewall wants the power to inspect. So this is where the two terms I'm going to introduce. The power is flow-based inspection and proxy-based inspection. What is this flow-based and proxy-based inspection? See. Oh my God, they should have added a tab here itself to add. This new whiteboard should be there itself. I again have to come here. Okay, see here. Yeah, inspection modes, right? Flow based and proxy based. See, it is nothing new. I will just tell you, okay? Now see, when you say that I have a simple PC who is connected to the firewall, and firewall is connected to the internet, and internet client is connected to the server. Now, PC is sending the client hello, firewall receives it, firewall is sending it further, right? Server is then responding with the server hello, server certificate, and server hello done. Firewall receives it, firewall is sending it out, right? Firewall is not doing anything, yes or no? Simply reading the information what he can, and rest of he cannot do anything when the encryption starts. Now the PMSC key is there, encrypted, he receives it, he sends it. There are master secrets key generated at both the ends. he is clueless, and then the actual application data starts being sent in the encrypted formats. He received it and he sends it. So he did for when he received from the server side the application's data when it was encrypted. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is called flow-based. See.
Oh.
Okay. Now, why I'm calling it flow-based? See, in flow-based, FortiGate firewall can see up to this end only, right? He has no clue what is going henceforth, right? Reading only
Yes.
the plain text informations. So when the firewall will act in a flow-based, he can see only the header informations. He cannot see the encrypted tails. Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
That's flow-based. What is proxy? Now the question comes, the firewall saying, hey, you give me the full power and I will do anything for you. Okay, so we are going to give him the full power, and that full power is proxy. How? Now see, the challenge with the FortiGate is, he do not know about PMSC key. Okay, and hence he do not know what is the master secret key. Because if he had PMSC key, then he would himself have generated or calculated the master secret key. Yes or no?
Yes.
So we are going to give him proxy to achieve that. We will tell the firewall that, hey, now you do not just sit idle and keep looking on the headers. No, you participate in the SSL handshake. So what he will do, he will say, okay, fine, I will start participating now. So come on. I'm doing the same thing, okay? Just moving the ISP, and here I'm putting it server. Now see it. Okay, see here what will happen. Now this PC will send the client hello. Okay. Now the FortiGate will respond with the server hello, server certificate, and server hello. Who is responding? FortiGate.
Right.
FortiGate is saying, okay, you want to go to Google? Fine. I will respond to you. Okay. Now, at the same time, okay, FortiGate is also sending the client hello. He himself is sending the client hello, that I will talk Google on your behalf. Okay, you do not talk to Google. I will talk to the Google on your behalf. So he's sending the client hello. Now server will respond with the server hello, server certificate, and server hello done. Yes or no?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Now see, the FortiGate is talking to the client as well as to the server. Right? The server is thinking that he is talking to the client, actually the PC, but he's talking to FortiGate firewall. And the PC is thinking he is talking to server, but he's actually talking to FortiGate.
FortiGate.
Clear? And since that is how they are proceeding, hence when this PC generates the PMSC key and he encrypts it into using the server public key, that can easily be understood by the FortiGate. Why? Because the certificate that the FortiGate sent is actually his certificate. Okay, he is issuing a proxy certificate of Google on someone else's behalf. So you see how the certificate will look like. The certificate will look like issued to Google and issued by your FortiGate serial number. Okay, so FGT123XXX, whatever your serial number. Okay, so that is how the certificate will look like. That this is the Google certificate which has been issued by the firewall itself. Clear? Okay.
Yes.
And since that FortiGate has sent the server certificate to the client, hence client will generate the PMSC key and he will send it using the server public key, which is none other than the FortiGate itself. And hence the FortiGate can read that information, yes or no? Yes or no? So FortiGate also got the PMSC key from the client. And hence when the PC will come up with a master secret key, FortiGate can also come up with the master secret key.
Yes.
Yes.
Similarly, just wait. Okay, similarly, FortiGate here is generating the PMSC key because he is acting as client. And he will send that encapsulated with the server public key, server can read it and they both will come up with the master secret key. So now the FortiGate has the master secret key of the server as well of the client. So whatever the application in data that the client is sending encrypted, the FortiGate can understand.
Yeah, they can decrypt.
Whatever the server is sending encrypted, the FortiGate can understand.
Yes.
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 Firewall can see all the informations.
Yes.
Since the FortiGate is responding on behalf of server as well as on behalf of
Client.
Client.
it's called proxy-based inspection. Clear?
Yes. So Rohan, we need to configure proxy on client machine.
That's the question. That do I need to configure proxy-based or flow-based, right? Now that is something which is subjected to the situation. Let me go through the flow. Okay, once I start the UTMs, there you will learn that it's up to you. Okay, you can go with the flow, you can go with the proxy depending upon what you want. Okay, so I will tell you that, do not worry. Okay, so first of all, are you clear with this flow-based and proxy-based?
Okay.
Yes.
So it's nothing but a SSL handshake. Yes or no?
Yes. So Rohan, what is the organization priority?
Organization?
Priority. They always go with proxy base or flow base.
There is no such thing as preferred. Okay, there is no such thing. That depends upon your requirement match. Okay, that statement will not make sense right now. Just give me some time. It will start making sense. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I see one message is there. Okay. Yes, my battery is about to die. Thank you for noticing. Turn it on. Okay. Okay, fine. So this is the flow-based and proxy-based inspections. Okay. So inspection means nothing but to check. Okay, that how in depth the firewall can look into your packets. Okay, that is the organization and the power that you're going to give to the firewall. Okay. Now, just think, if you have to, okay, whenever, okay, so remember one rule, because now I'm going inside the FortiGate firewall, okay. Now see here, whenever you will configure the flow-based, okay, the SSL inspection method, okay, method that you have to choose will always be certificate inspection. Okay, and okay, I'm adding it all in the same place, right? Okay, let me do one thing. Let me erase it. Come on. Okay, fine, got it. Okay, I will erase all this. Right. Okay. See, whenever you are going to have the flow-based, okay, the SSL inspection that you have to use, the SSL inspection method, okay, See, without SSL inspection, your UTM features cannot work. SSL inspection, okay? You have to check the SSL, right? That's all you want. Yes or no? You have to check the encrypted messages. So that means you have to check SSL. So that's why I'm calling it SSL inspection. This is not a new thing. Whatever we have learned, that is the same thing. I'm just adding a new word here and there. Okay. So this is SSL inspection. So you have to choose always certificate based inspection. And whenever you are dealing with a proxy based, then the SSL inspection that you will choose will be deep inspection. The word makes sense? Deep inspection. That means you want to go in deep, right? And certificate based means only you want to check till the certificate. That is what you can see in the flow, right? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
So that is what I'm saying. Okay, I will show you this because now the configuration will start and stop. So before I go into that, so I just want to give you these terms, terminologies.
So Rohan, can we say that having this kind of scenario, can we say that the flow base is less secure than the
No, do not mistake that. No,
okay.
there is no compromise whatsoever, whether you are working in a flow based or you're working in a proxy based. There is no
Because like on flow base, it's not checking anything after the encryption starting. So how can, because the fortigate can't understand the inspection, oh sorry, the encryption. So how can he check every pro packets?
there are some silent heroes, okay,
Okay.
that are in the firewall. I will come to that. I will not introduce those terms now. Okay, there
All
are
right.
unsung heroes. Just give me some time. Okay, see here. So okay, so SSL inspection. Okay, so let me show you one thing here. If I go see from, it's been 1 hour 42 minutes and I have still completed the SSL handshake only. See how slow I am. But it's really important. Should not lose this. Okay, these 2 hours of my efforts is going to pay me tomorrow. I know that. Oh, come on, don't stop that. Okay. What's connected then? Eh? Come on, don't say that. Oh. Who is that person who is moving my lab? Just give me one minute. Let me just talk to the lab guys. Deal they have. Okay, man. The lab is gone. Okay. Okay, let me do it quickly. Okay. One sec. Global network name. Net. .1/24. Okay, man, I don't think that today it is, I think it is going to take some time. Understood, man. I should write no, right? No, no. No, only I think. The page is closed, no. And now or exit.
Exit if you want to go back.
Exit, okay. Sorry, is that, that's like no shoot. No shoot. And I'll figure out IP dot override. Okay.
Yes, for the default routing.
172.16.10.1 and do right. Exit. Shall I do that? Yeah, okay, fine. Okay, man, leave it. Okay, so why to waste your time, man? I think it will take around 14 to 15 minutes around that. Okay, so tomorrow we will be starting with the UTMs. Okay, where starting from the SSL inspection itself. Okay, so tomorrow we will be seeing all the UTM features. Okay, we will do the labs as well with reference to UTMs. I will show you whatever that is possible. Okay, with the UTMs. Okay.
Okay.
And yes, one more thing.
Yeah, Rohit. Okay.
Since if like anyone who has not yet gone through the Saturday certificate class, please do that. Saturday class and like the class of the day. Okay, so both just go through once, but you start the UTM. That's not making much more sense.
Yeah, Rohit. Actually, today I left from office too late. Some part is missed actually.
Yeah, man. Understood that. Not an issue. Not an issue. That is what I'm saying. It's like, okay, luckily we have got that option. Okay, so not an issue. Okay, just go through the videos. Okay, whosoever want to brush up. If you have some thoughts, some questions and all, put it through. Okay, not an issue. But tomorrow I will be starting the UTMs. So if you have your SSL concepts cleared, UTM is done. Okay, it's only the configuration that I will show you and the functioning of that. Okay, so I will like show you everything. Okay, so that will start much more making sense as everything will bounce. Okay, man. See you all then.
Okay.
See you all then tomorrow then.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.